was early morning. The first rays of the sun spread across the fields, and the air carried the earthy scent of wet soil. In the narrow dirt lanes of the village, some people were herding goats, while somewhere in the distance the metallic clank of milk cans echoed. At the heart of the village stood a small shop with a faded signboard that read Sharma Stationery and General Store. Above it was a tin roof, worn and rusted, with tiny holes that couldn't stop the rain from dripping inside. Asterisk. Inside the shop sat a thin boy on an old wooden chair, Arjun Sharma, writing in a thick ledger. His face carried the marks of hard work, but his eyes had a strange brightness to them, a spark that didn't match the dull, worn-out walls of the shop. Arjun was only 17. He worked from morning to evening, but the moment night fell, he entered a completely different world, the world of books. His dream was to become an IAS officer. In the village, people would laugh at the idea. This boy, an IAS officer. He's poor. Dreaming is fine, but dreaming this big will only become a chain around your feet, they would say. Every time he heard such things, it burned inside him, but instead of wasting time responding, Arjun would answer with his hard work. His house stood at the far end of the village. His father, Ramesh Sharma, was a daily wage laborer at construction sites in the city, working from dawn till dusk to feed the family. His mother, Suman, managed the home and helped at the shop when needed. Arjun had two younger siblings, Pooja and Rohit, still in school. For him, studying wasn't just a formality. It was the very purpose of his life. But the family's financial situation meant that after school, he had to run the shop. The shop was busy during the day with customers constantly coming and going, so the only time Arjun could study in peace was at night. There was no money to pay the electricity bill, so his only source of light was a street lamp at the village square. Under its dim yellow glow, Arjun would spread a small cot, or sometimes just sit on the bare ground with his books. In the cold winter nights, he would wrap himself in a thin blanket, hunching over his notes. In the monsoon, when rain poured down, he'd cover himself and his books with an old plastic sheet. People walking by would chuckle, Arjun, are you going to become an IAS officer studying like this? Arjun would just smile for him. Studying wasn't a burden. It was like breathing. One day, a new school teacher came to the village, Ravi Prakash. He had taught in the city, but had returned to teach the children of his hometown. On his very first evening in the village, he noticed a boy studying under a streetlight long after everyone else had gone to bed. The next day at school, he called Arjunova, son. Do you want to appear for the IAS exam? Arjuno hesitated for a moment. Yes, sir. But my family's condition is such that I can't afford coaching. Ravi Prakash smiled. Don't worry about coaching. I'll teach you for free. You have to do is promise me you'll work hard. For a moment, Arjun couldn't speak. Nobody had ever believed in his dream before. That day, his eyes welled up with tears, not of sadness, but of hope. From then on, his routine became even more disciplined. After school, he'd run the shop, then spend the evenings at Ravi Prakash's house, studying until late at night. And after that, under the street lamp, he would revise what he had learned. Slowly, he began completing his syllabus. His confidence grew with every passing week. But a month before the exam, disaster struck. His father had an accident at the construction site. Ramesh Sharma was rushed to a city hospital, where the doctor explained that surgery was necessary. Every bit of savings the family had was spent on medical expenses. Even the small amount Arjun had saved for study materials was gone. For a moment, he thought maybe he should give up on the exam this year. But his mother placed her hand on his shoulder. Son, we'll manage the money. You will take the exam. This isn't just your dream, it's ours too. Close words. Gave Arjun a new strength, studied harder than ever before, his determination sharper than the cold wind of winter nights. On the morning of the exam, his mother handed him a small, worn-out photograph of herself and his father. Whenever you feel your courage slipping, look at this, she said. Arjun tucked the photo into his pocket and set off. The exam was tough. Each question felt like a battle, but Arjun fought them all with the lessons he had learned, the countless hours under the street lamp, and the faith of his teacher and parents. When the result day arrived, the whole village was buzzing. "Let's see how far this boy has gone," someone said. Arjun's heart was pounding as he opened the result. There it was, all India rank for 2. He clutched his mother's hands, tears rolling down both their cheeks. In that moment, every cold night, every taunt from the villagers, every moment of doubt had been worth it. Arjun had proved that poverty couldn't be a wall against dreams. Months later, after completing his IAS training, Arjun returned to the village. His first press conference was held right there, in front of the same people who had once laughed at him. He spoke simply. Dreams are never small or big. Only thinking can be small. If you have the courage, even a boy from the dust can become an officer of the nation. From that day on, children began to follow him, seeing in him a role model they could believe in. Arjun set up a free coaching center in the village with a signboard that read, "Sharma Free Education Center where dreams come true." And he proved, not just through words but through his life, that even the smallest dream, if held in the heart with determination, can grow into something greater than the world ever imagined.